So I'm pretty sure by now you've seen the viral clip of Brittany Renner on Club Shay Shay talking about that she has 35 bodies. Well, recently, Sukihana came out and defended her about these numbers. Let's hear what she had to say.
So I have a message for the people that are judging Brittany Renner for saying that she slept with 35 men. She's living in her truth. And while you judging, you pointing one finger, but 1, 2, 3, 4 is pointing back at you. 3 is pointing back at you. Let's talk about what y'all do.
She gonna count them.
Let's talk about the skeletons in y'all closet. A lot of y'all sucking and fucking throughout the week. A lot of y'all sleeping with other people's husbands, brothers, daddies, baby daddies. I sleep with baby daddies too, but not if they're still dealing with their baby mama. Baby daddy's got the best. Let's fuck all that. Y'all think that little don't count as a body, and it does. I count it because I love little. A lot of y'all think that money, getting paid to don't count as a body. It don't count to me because at the end of the day, that's business.
So now we saying getting paid to have sex ain't a body? This be the delusional stuff I be talking about women. Especially when we live in a world where women expect dudes to pay for everything anyway. Like they expect you to go out, take them on, spend $400-500 on a date so that you can smash. But that ain't prostitute. So if that's the case, then I guess y'all just ain't got nobodies out here then, huh? Because every time a dude smash, he's spending money on you.
But a lot of y'all are really nasty. You judging her, but you sleep with multiple guys throughout the year. Y'all nasty. Judging mama, she rich, you broke.
Oh, the irony and the nerve of Sukihana, this foul-mouthed woman, to call chicks nasty for following the example that she has set for all of women, right? If they are nasty, they're doing what you told them to do, Suki. So what are we talking about? But back to the Brittany Renner 35 bodies. Like when I first heard about it, I didn't even really cover it because it didn't seem that off to me. She an Instagram model. But then even for just regular modern women of today, this is kind of where we're at. Like if they started having sex at like 16 and they 31 now, that's like 2 bodies a year. Like it's not necessarily good that this is the norm, but this is where we at. It's like women with kids. It's like you almost expect most women that you date to have kids. You ain't happy about it, but this is kind of the state of society where we at with it today. But I'm going to tell you something about men and body count. Like, we care about body count, but we don't. We most of the time don't even ask about body count. We just go about the woman's reputation. I mean, health-wise, we don't seem to care. We'll risk it all on a chick like Brittany. Bow! Be praying that condom don't break. Bow! Our favorite adult film star. We'll knock that off. Bow! Right? Won't even think about it. I mean, I know I said we, but me personally, I'm trying to get my life together. You know what I'm saying? But you know where I'm coming from with it, though. Don't ask me why I'm stuttering. But when it comes to keeping these women or marrying them, that's where we like, nah, I'm straight. Because it's the public perception of this. It's the sniggling and giggling that dudes do when they like, hey, you kept that. They'll high five you when you knock it off. But when you wipe it up, they be like, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? So we don't want that type of woman who is that loose to be the representation of us. Right? And then 2, a high body count is like a credit history, right? When a person has a bad credit history of not paying and defaulting and getting cars took back and all of that, people know and take heed to that because they know if I give them a loan again, they're probably going to run off with it again. And that's how chicks body count. When they got a nympho type of body count that's up here, and you'll see the clip that she did with Shannon Sharp. She had sex with 3 men in one day. Like when she do stuff like that, you know the credit history is saying, y'all could be together for a year and everything could be good, but she's going to start to get that itch at one point. And she's probably going to have the itch to double back to the streets. And that's what she's more likely to do because that's what her body count history says she's more likely to do. You know what I'm saying? But let's get to this clip from Shannon and her talking about this more.
So you're referring to one incident, or I can actually recall it, pinpoint it perfect for you. There was a video that I did in my car where I was talking about how I had sex with, was it 3 men in a day, yes. And then I ended up getting a yeast infection. Yes. I came out pretty unscathed for just a yeast infection, right? Considering what I could have gotten. Right.
Quick footnote right here. There are like epidemics and pandemics of STDs that are going on right now in certain cities and states in America. So keep that in mind when you are feeling frisky as far as being so free and frivolous with sex out here.
But did you think... So I think about the ramifications of telling people that I had sex with multiple men. Yes, I don't care. It's the truth. If you don't see me as a potential dating person, then great, one less heart to break. Leave me alone, and I'm gonna continue to live my truth.
But you do understand, Brittany, that's hard for a man. Look, like you said, public versus private. Now, if you and I having a conversation, and you're sitting here, we have a conversation, and you say, well, Shannon, I slept with this many men. Okay, that's one thing. That's between you and I. But to have that conversation, and then everybody, Sam, John, and everybody else knows it, that's a whole different ball game, Brittany.
That's fine with me. I mean, I feel that.
But see, that's selfish because all you're thinking about is you. What about him? He's got to be with you.
He has got to be with me, or he has the privilege to be with me.
I don't know why women have this pretty privilege complex. She thinks she can tell us she had sex with 3 dudes in one day, and then now it's a privilege to be with you. Or women think they could tell us they had 3 kids by 3 different baby daddies, not her, and then it's like, oh, it's a privilege to be with you and raise somebody else's kids. Like, come on now.
Okay.
Because you know how many women you've slept with?
Brent,
You know how many women you've slept with? Yes or no?
I'm doing the interview.
Do you know how many women you slept with?
Yes.
Double digits? Triple digits.
Oh, Lord.
Here we go, sitting back in this position.
Brittany.
Double or triple?
Brittany, I'm the interviewer. You are the interviewer.
I can't ask any questions?
You can ask questions.
Okay, so
when you have your podcast, invite me on and you and I have this conversation, okay? Now, back to our originally normal scheduled program. You do understand that a man pride his woman to know. Look, I don't have any problem. You know, 3 bodies, 4 bodies, 5 bodies, 10 bodies. That what you did before me. Long as you know, I'm pretty lenient because I've kind of, lawyers, doctors, exotic dancers, yeah. So you love what you love what you love.
Wow.
But it's a high bar to hurdle if she makes things that she's done public. I think you understand what I'm saying.
And so Shannon's trying to explain something that's very simple to understand, but most women want to fight it. Like, especially most modern women, they don't want to hear this. Like, when women are so public about every little nasty thing they've ever done, and they talk vulgar, and how I get down like this, and I do this, and I got this many bodies, and when you are that open and honest with all of the world about your sexual escapades, you can't then expect a man, especially a man that's doing something for himself, to want to put you on his arm and show you off, because it says a lot to every other man that's in that room. First thing it says to them is they can have her. Like, she's attainable. She's able to be taken off of your arm. It's that body count credit history thing that I was talking about earlier. They know she's attainable. Because even though her body count may not be as bad as it sounded at first when you do the on average of years, but it's the 3 bodies in one day type of stuff that's like, what? And what brings more value when things are rare? If Lamborghini makes a car and it's one of one, that the only one they make in the world, is going to be very rare and very expensive, hard to obtain. Not the dollar store, right? The dollar store is, everything in there is easily attainable. So this is something that men want, something of value, something that's not easily obtained. And while we may have fun with you, it would be better to, even if you have been all the way down through there, it would better be for you to save those conversations for you and your man to discuss, right? Don't embarrass him by putting all this stuff out where all the stuff that you did and all of that, right? Because it makes it a harder pill to swallow because of public perception. And men want to be represented in the best way possible. Like, men want other men to look at their woman and be like, man, he got him a good one, bro. I got to find me something like that. You don't want the look where, like I said earlier, where men look at your girl and be like, you wiped that up? Okay. And women don't want to admit that it's a double standard to this, but it's the same. It exists, and there's nothing you can do about it, because women, y'all hate to believe it, but we don't want to marry women that carry themselves in this way. We'll have sex with you, but we don't necessarily want to marry you. But when the shoe's on the other foot, when it's switched, women, y'all love men who are more out there. that's why every one of y'all, like Drake can have just about any woman in the world. Just about, right? Because every woman, they keep looking at him as the more beautiful women that he has sex with, the more they seem to want him. You understand what I'm saying? And that's just the way it is. But it would be best for women to stop being ignorant to this point, because you're only shooting yourself in the foot as far as if you want to be taken seriously. And if you do got some bodies and did do all that stuff, everybody can change. So stop doing that behavior and get your Malcolm X on and change into a totally different person. And then you and your man can go from there. You know what I'm saying? But you can't keep carrying yourself in this manner and then expect for somebody to really take you seriously, But this your boy P. Cam. Let me know what you think, what you don't think. Get at your boy.